uses a love potion to a man, and then she's controlling that man. Is that not abuse?
So not yet, but honestly, like for me, that should be, because witchcraft and stuff is real, because I've had people do it to me.
Oh, it's real. It's real. Because you believe in African.
Oh my God, I've seen a sangoma. I've understood.
I'm a sangoma.
Really?
Yes.
So, yeah, so I think I'm a sangoma, but I have ancestor. Yeah.
Yes, everything you are. Dumani atumezizwe isihlahla somdlebe nondela mzimba bejembeje mfazone embadla izizwe zamadoda ebomvu nabasethethe nabasenyimbani mkhonto kwazi igazi ndaba ikhala manzi dictionary ndaba ididi umndeni ngalunywa inja ngaphethe nduku ngathi ngiyakha kwabhidlika ngathi ngiyafulela kwanethe hayi bafowethu sengiphinde ngabuya namhlanje ke angihambi ngedwa ukhona umuntu engihamba naye kuyofanele impela ngibhidilize ngiye khona ngisikhuluma isingisi ngoba cha kuyaphoqa kuyashuthi lento isilanda bamhlophe manje baletha la. Today, I do have a special guest that I've decided to invite all the way from, I would say Israel, because Jewish, most of the Jewish are coming from Israel. So you're coming from England, eh?
Yeah, and my dad's from South Africa, but it's funny, my family wasn't Jewish until they came to South Africa.
Her name is Jennifer, and her surname is Sithole, but let's not use the African surname. Let's use the other one.
Stella.
Yeah. Right. She is a Jewish, and by her profession, she's a life coach. She's also an attorney. She's also an entrepreneur. She's also you can name all of those things, but you know what? She is here. She's going to tell us everything. But what we are interested in today, we're interested in knowing the law, because there are so many people who are in abusive relationship. So we've decided to bring someone today who will tell us, who will dwell into this thing of abusive relationship. Maybe she will firstly define the word abusive relationship, because you might be at home there, you might be watching now with your partner, but you are in a serious abusive relationship. But how? But she's going to concentrate more and go into that more details. Okay, Jan, today they want to know who you are and they want you to greet them. Over to you.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Amy Stoller, and I'm an attorney, coach, speaker, writer, and entrepreneur and a content creator.
By the way.
Yeah, love writing.
Love writing?
Love writing. Some things I can say better with writing, not speaking. And also I like writing because you can be a ghostwriter and people don't, like, you get to create another reality and just know that people are reading it and it's helping some people and people not understand why you're doing it. But for me, my writing has always been great because I've been able to share pains of clients without...
I like that one.
Pain, yeah.
Because, you know, today we'll be talking about, the reason I called you here, I want us to discuss about the abusive relationship, because most of my clients, if they come to my surgery, you can hear that she is in an abusive relationship because, one, if someone is threatening you of cutting everything, maybe she say, I won't pay your car, I won't pay your house, I won't pay everything. To me, that is, maybe I can say it's a financial abuse. Maybe they're abusing you because they have money and you can't afford. So you end up being abused just because you can't afford. So I want you to tell me first, what is an abusive relationship? If you can define that first.
So I'm one of those lawyers that have spent my time in simplifying the very, very intricate laws that I don't even think most attorneys understand, if I'm dead honest. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to abuse, there are different levels of abuse in the act, right? Where it is emotional abuse, even if people speak to you badly. It is even emotional neglect. It is financial abuse. It is spiritual abuse. It's basically all the types of abuse that we encounter from probably our loved ones in our relationship and take it because that's how they were taught. I do believe that we have been raised in a very abusive culture where people have been stepped on and then they justify that in them stepping on the other person. It's like an eye for an eye. And I know for me, I've always been the person that my father said to me, never do anything that you can't sleep at night. And as a lawyer, I got tempted by the dark. I had people in high positions that would want me to do things quickly to get them out of trouble. And I knew I held the key. One, I was never going to sacrifice my career and how long I'd worked for someone else.
If you, by the way, if you're saying your father said you mustn't do something that you won't sleep at night, what do you mean?
So like, so anything that's out of integrity for me. So let's say, for example, when you tell people that you're going to be an attorney and you're a soft woman, people doubt that you'll be able to handle it because they've seen you growing up cry when you see animals, just cry when you see suffering. And understand that when I went into law, I had such a strong persona because I was there for justice. Everyone was sold a dream and a lie everywhere over the world. If you think that you're the only person, you're delusional. People need to speak and share the same story.
And then there is this client of mine, Jen, who came to my surgery, and she was talking to me and say her boyfriend doesn't want her to go out. She's always in the house. The boyfriend does everything. If she wants to go to the mall, she must report. And if she wants to go out with friends, she must report. So when I was alone thinking, I thought maybe it's also an abuse. Is it an abuse?
So let's put it this way. Yes, but when women and men, we're always selling something, right? That's the one thing about me. I knew on this journey, I wasn't going to sell my soul because I would help people and I'd always be there for people when they were in trouble. And the moment that I was in trouble, when you're the lawyer, you can get people out of anything. You're invincible. It's a great friend to have. People use you and you think that you're doing good because you want to get that person out of trouble. And you hold a great responsibility. And when you see that, so for me, I had people that were fathers and parents that would come to me that were being persecuted by the system because of how psychologists taught the wrong education in the professional space, with professionals telling you how children behave when no child is the same, and you understand that only when you have them and you actually are present as a parent, leading these people. So yeah, my journey has been very, very important because one, I've always been placed in positions because I worked my ass off and I got the labels or whatever, but as I got them, I was like, I'm not going to do it for anyone else's business besides my own. So autonomy has been very important to me. I've also had to suffer and sacrifice in hopes that I'll get to the top. Promises.
And will you allow me if I say even men, they are in abusive relationship in such a way that you find a man dating a lady and a lady is always demanding. If a man says, I can't afford, then the lady will say, okay, I have to go out and see what I do. Is that also
So I believe that ladies being demanding is good.
It is good.
Yeah, so but not when, so let's put it this way, my father, I became a demanding daughter with him, but because he grew up in an orphanage, he wanted to give me everything he didn't have, but he didn't want me to be like the people that were at the bottom with him now, and having companies, forgetting the real reason why you're rich in South Africa. It's different to the American dream. It's different. And my father always being kind, but not hiding it, acting like he wasn't to his workers to show them and teach them, and always having African people around me my whole life. I had African people raise me. That's why, like I say to people, I'm like, shut your mouth. My mother was an African woman more than my mother. But the perpetuation of abuse is so important because I watch white people and Jewish people abuse each other, and in silence because they accept it because...
Even Jewish, they also abuse each other.
Oh my God, you know how I've been treated because I'm not a proper Jew? A rabbi wouldn't teach me when I was younger because my mom didn't convert to the full thing. She did it for my father, to marry him for the rules, but she said, I'm not giving up bacon.
According to you as an attorney, tell me which one is better, emotional abuse or physical abuse? And if you can give me those answers, just also give me the reason.
I think emotional, and I'll tell you why. Because physical, there's something that you can go to people and go, help me. And if you're hiding it and you're taking it.
So you're saying emotional abuse is better than physical abuse?
So I think that both happens in certain subtle forms, but there's always a space where that person has been hit fully, alone with that person, and they won't be believed. It's like their punching bag. I've had a man lie to me, and I knew I was telling the truth. I couldn't prove it, but I know because my intuition's strong. I knew when people are lying to me and they're being shady, but tell me the truth. Like if you're doing shady things with a partner and you don't, so I got deceived by people. For me, my parents.
You were in a relationship, abusive relationship.
Every relationship I've had besides one has been very abusive, and I'll tell you how.
Because you know why are you saying so? I know, ladies, because you don't give me time.
No, so I'm so not needy. That's how I know it's abusive. I didn't ask anything from a man, not one thing. I've never been a demanding woman. Do you know that? The only thing I've ever asked a man is 10 minutes before I go to sleep, be nice to me. Basic needs, eh? Because white men were raised just so we can go to sleep with peace. Because if I'm sharing my bed with you, it's like I'd rather have a bed alone than share with someone that is fucking me over, because imagine what the rest of the world is doing to me if the person next to me is for me. But many people are relationships because a man can give a woman this. And you know, in the African culture, I've actually been so inspired by men, because you guys step up and you provide because women demand. But you perpetuated a bratty, entitled nation where I go out and I literally have to teach women like that, like, you have to respect the waitress. Your mother was a waitress to get you here. Like, do you know what I mean? Africans forget because there's also different tribes and there's different. Remember, the war was black and white, eh? Whites have their own issues with each other, trust me. I was a Christian Jew with a dad that never went to shul but made me do all the Jewish things, but said I don't need to go to shul because he was raised in a shul environment where I'm pretty sure that rabbis and all of that raped the children, because what my aunts have went through, and still thank the Jews and always were like, we have to be grateful for the Jews, they helped us.
Now I want us to go into this one whereby I'm not agreeing to what I heard when I was doing my research. There's this lady who told me that no, my men, we have 2 kids. So now the moment we separated, he blocked everything. He couldn't pay my car, he couldn't pay my bond, he couldn't pay my medical aid. He was just giving the kids money. So my man, I think, is financially abusing me. How can you say?
So yes, I agree, but...
Is that financial abuse?
So it's financial abuse, so let's put it this way. It's abuse when someone just cuts you off. So the problem, can I tell you the problem with African...
It's abuse.
So in law, if she had to show that, yes, because I could as a great attorney show that. But it's abuse from both sides. She's been abusing you.
The lady has been abusing me.
Both of you have been abusing each other.
Yeah, which means the lady has been abusing me. So now I've discovered that I've been abused. So now I'm trying to avoid abuse. So now if I'm avoiding that.
You've also allowed abuse, because when you have a woman and so for me, I've gone for dinner with men and they've paid for dinner, and if they've tried to sleep with me and I've rejected them, they've basically been like, well, I paid for dinner, and because I had my own money, I looked at them and I said, do you want me to pay you 3 times over? I've always been a strong woman, and I always would. My dad would say, you don't have a husband because you don't back down. No, I did with men. I backed down because they sold me a dream that they could make more money than me doing whatever. And I believed in them because they were entrepreneurs. And I gave to them because they showed me a dream that I could live with their family money and all the stuff. And I helped them in law, and this is this. And then they started using my name for their lies.
You know the way you are talking.
And I was like, you say I don't have enemies. Do you know how people would call me and I would say, I had a kidney infection in hospital. I'm brave, that's the one thing. The people that are calling don't know the full story. They're just doing their job to...
That is why I'm saying the way you are talking like a politician. So I wouldn't mind taking you and say give you a job as a spokesperson in ANC or MK or EFF, I can say. But if you were to choose, like it's out of record, this one, if you were to choose between those three, ANC, EFF, and MK, which one were you going to choose and why?
So can I tell you the one thing for me that I've always realized? As a South African, we are a country of lack of opportunities. At the moment that you get an opportunity with one that sells you the dream that the others aren't doing and whatever, you get drawn to it because it's changed.
Before you go into that...
So I'll tell you when I'll choose. I'll tell you I'm going to choose.
Choose.
I will choose MK, but only if they listen to my marketing strategy.
Yes.
Only if you let me help you, yeah?
Listen.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll listen. And I'm MK, I'm not hiding that. And why are you saying so?
So you're not MK, but can I tell you what you are? You're part of a revolution. So for me, the names that are given the ANC, the political parties, I started studying politics for 3 years when I was immersed in law and realized that I was the pawn. And I realized that politics is the most fascinating thing that I've ever experienced in my life, because how people rise to power has been democracy. People.
So let's just convert it. I will say, will you allow me if I say, which means ANC, they are abusing the power.
Yeah, but do I want to punish the ANC where if the ANC loses the election, everyone that fought disappears and they get taken away? No. Because can I tell you the thing is though, the position for power in African countries where every single African leaders have their own tribe where they'll come and they'll take care of their own. In South Africa, you actually have to take care of everyone because our constitution says so. So my mother was a foreigner. The only reason why she was respected is because she didn't have apartheid in the country.
Okay.
She came here and she treated Africans well.
Okay. Emakhaya mbukeli lapho khona njengamanje ngihleli lana ngihleli no Jennifer intombi umjuda lona ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ke emakhaya nake nasho nathi umjuda nomsamaria kudlelani kodwa ke namhlanje kuyadlelana njengoba nibona ke umuntu omnyama nomlungu hleli uthi mina ngingavotela MK mangingavota uyayibeka ke izathu zakhe asikho lapho ke namhlanje asikhulumi ngepolitiki sikhuluma ngeabuse namhlanje ke ngifuna umgijima ngiyombuza ngesingisi ngimbuze ngolimi lakubo ukuthi kunamadoda asekhaya lapha agqilazekile aabuse kakhulu ngabantu besifazane kodwa bahleli nale pain bathulile lalela ungathola ukuthi uwomunye wamadoda aabusekile njengamanje ake ngihambe ngiyombuza lo mbuzo Jay, I want you to tell me here, if a lady uses a love potion to a man and then she's controlling that man, is that not abuse?
So not yet, but honestly, like for me, that should be, because witchcraft and stuff is real, because I've had people do it to me.
Oh, it's real. It's real. Which means you believe in African...
Oh my God, I've seen a sangoma. I've understood.
Sangoma.
Really?
Yes.
So, yeah, so I think I'm a sangoma, but I have ancestor. Yeah.
Yes, everything you are.
I know African laws work better than the Westernization laws because I tried it and it didn't feel. So I got sold into a space where it's okay to do what others are doing if you don't get caught.
It's okay, which means it's okay to steal.
To lie, whatever. I watched my parents lie and then tell me never to lie and punish me if I did lie.
So it's okay to lie?
Totally. No, I'm saying for me, no, it's not. But many people lie to themselves. So I think when people have given promises, Africans have promised people, saying you're going to get houses. They genuinely thought that they would have it by now. Can I say what the campaign is? It's very simple. I'm here for the most poverty-stricken people because those are the people that I've never felt more at home with. It's like I've always been someone where my home has been disruptive, where I've had money and you have all the nice things, but you have what they call white people problems. People complaining about the government and this, while Africans are actually free and you're not, and you're in fear. And I'm just here to show people that we need to now have leaders that, for example, what have you wanted to do in your whole life? What have you wanted to do your whole life? People in their 30s that have had enough of the system that are willing to work hard because the youth don't know.
Okay, Jay, I think for today we're having more than enough, and people who's seeking more information about this topic that we are talking about, the abusive relationship, maybe you can contact her in her social media. What's your social media handles?
At the Divorce Check, and then at the Divorce Check Tribe.
At the Divorce
Check. Like literally the Divorce Check. Like
Check. It's CHECK.
CHIC, like a chicken.
Oh, chicken.
Yeah, like what?
Say you know what you must say. You must say side chick.
Side chick. Okay.
So if it's side
But I'm
chick,
never side chick.
maybe you are. Maybe you are a side chick.
No, I don't have any men in my life because I was a side chick, but they were also.
You don't have any men.
Yeah, I've decided as a woman.
Take, guys, you must give it a try. She's not taken. She doesn't have a man. So what's that? Indirect speech, which means you can just give it a try. Who knows? Maybe.
Shoot your shot. I'll give you a business opportunity. My therapist told me, don't date them, charge them. For me, I'm here to help the top. I can love people, even if they're not mine. I've loved people from a distance and learned family and not realizing I'd have my own. It's very powerful. As someone in their 20s, if you didn't do it in your 20s, you're done for. But now in your 30s, hello, you can do whatever you want.
Just to finish this, it's
Jennifer. Oh, Jen at the Jen dot is the name. So JEN dot ISTHENAME.
I think you'll give them a proper counseling, those who are in an abusive relationship. And then you'll also tell them the steps that they need to take, because you don't care whether it's a man or it's a woman. So you'll tell them this is what you need to do. And for more information, maybe you can contact me. I'll hook you up with you. Yeah? I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. She's saying if you come with those eyes of love life, she will change to a friendship.
Well, I'll say you don't like me, you like the version of me that I'm different to other women, and I know that. So for me, I would have men that would offer me the world and try to do that and then use it against me. And then I'd go, okay.
Don't entertain them. They will be like ANC, I know. ANC will promise you houses, you just say it.
I know, but some women, I understand women that have done everything that they've needed to do, because some women were just raised to find a man that would take care of their own family. That's how I was raised, to find the perfect husband. I said to my father, Dad, I'm going to be richer than them. They don't get it because they're selling their souls, and they're very unhappy, and they have women around them giving them attention.
Lastly, I heard if someone joins Satanism or Illuminati, they do that. What's that? By your hand.
It's a peace sign.
What's this? A sign?
It's a peace sign.
Peace sign. It's a peace.
Yeah. So the Illuminati, I'll tell you this, the Illuminati is a very interesting thing. The Illuminati once contacted me online. It was very interesting. I watched how they campaigned young people.
How?
I didn't know what the Illuminati was.
They contacted you?
Yeah.
And how do I see them that it's Illuminati?
I asked them. So I like to, when people contact me with questions, I have the power to have education and go, discernment and go, this person thinks I'm a moron. I'd act like a moron on social media.
You drink my juice.
Yeah.
Illuminati contacting you.
Yeah, but I knew why. So for me, when I'm spiritual, I bring in people on social media. God sends me people on social media that try and get me to join their agenda and use me as a puppet for their agenda. Because every woman wants attention on social media. I don't care for the wrong attention from people. I know people watch my page and don't like it. That's how much they are haters. No one wants to be in my community to be supporting me because I'm the one that said, fuck you, the system. Excuse my language. Because for 3 years, I was lost. God found me. But I knew I couldn't stay in an environment where I gave everything to these people. And they couldn't even say thank you.
Jay, thank you so much for coming into my podcast. My name is Dr. K, broadcasting live from Johannesburg. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Every time you watch our video, just subscribe. And also, don't forget to just put your comment there. Maybe you might have a topic that you want us to just to concentrate on. Thank you so much for watching but we are coming again. There is a topic. Remember, she is also in spiritual. We will come again, we'll call her to come and explain more in spirituality. because she understands this Sangoma thing. She said to me she's a Sangoma. So when we call her again, we'll ask her, why did you say you are a Sangoma? And why are you believing this? Because you are white. But we will call her soon. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. And don't forget to share our videos. Mwah, siyakuthanda.